Welcome back to the Patriots Wrap with Dr. Paul Fadale of University Orthopedics. Thanks so much for coming in on a Monday. All right, the big news, of course, is Rob Gronkowski. Now, reports are good. They're saying a knee sprain, but last night when you saw him in pain, get carted off, it looked really bad, even though the injury itself didn't look bad. You're the professional. What did you think when it happened?
It was a different type of an injury, so the mechanism was such that it almost kicked the knee back. He's now wearing a nice heavy brace, and that should be protective enough to prevent a complete ligament blowout, but it won't stop a sprain or a partial stretching of those ligament tissues.
All right, so according to reports, knee sprain, they're saying 1 to 2 week recovery. Is that consistent with your expertise?
Sure. I mean, it depends on how bad the sprain is. There's not complete failure of the tissue, but the tissue failed a little bit. And the other problem we have here is the psychology of re-injury. And so that's the knee that he hurt before. He hurts it again. Now you get a little tentative. And so that may slow down a little bit his recovery to get him back full speed.
Now, according to the MRI, there was some bruising, but what is the severity of a sprain, meaning when will Gronk be 100% again?
Well, it can be a while. So that bruise means as the tissue started to fail, the two bones come together and they actually smash into one another. It's classic for an ACL tear. And that bruise can hang around for weeks and weeks and weeks. So although the knee may be stable, the swelling's down, the athlete looks good, it hurts. The bone actually hurts itself. We don't have a lot of medicine to take that pain away. So that could linger for weeks. Even if he's out playing and looking good, it can be sore.
So we know he tore the ACL back in 2013. He has the sprain this year. How much wear and tear can a knee take before eventually his knees don't work anymore?
Well, that's a difficulty with orthopedics, is that we talk about fixing the ligament. And so we're pretty good at this now. We can put the ligament back in, but it's the cumulative wear and tear, the bones bashing, the articular cartilage being injured. It just wears out. And at this level where they're hitting so hard and working so hard, that within years, those arthritic changes start to pile up. And that's what's going to end that athlete's career.
You touched on this just a bit just before, the psychology of it. Do you think in the back of his mind, every time he catches a pass now, there's just a little thought of, oh no, not my knee?
Well, when an orthopedic surgeon does this repair, you think, my God, the athlete looks good, the knee feels good, it's nice and stable. Why aren't all the athletes going back to return to sports? And so there's a whole new world of research regarding the psychology. And in fact, yes, the athletes are terrified that they're going to have a re-injury. And until we looked for it and we asked them about it, we never really knew. We figured everybody wants to go back and play. It's in the back of all of their minds, and it absolutely affects their capacity to play, no matter how good and stable that knee looks.
All right, we're going to stay on knees because Dante Hightower suffered what reports say is a sprained MCL. What is the timeline for that and how severe is that?
Well, that's a much better injury to have. So sometimes people say, why is the ACL such a big problem and the MCL is not so bad? It's on the outside part of the knee. It has a great blood supply, and over the next couple of weeks should calm down. Now, they come in different grades, but usually a lower grade tear with a brace on should be able to be beatable within 2 or 3 weeks.
And we don't really know what Danny Amendola has, but the Patriots are saying knee injury. So you've been around teams a long time. Are they just being proper precaution with Amendola at this point? Or?
Can be. It doesn't sound like he has a true ligament tear, but again, there could be meniscus injury or articular cartilage lining a knee joint injury, and that sort of flies under the radar. So maybe they're just protecting him a little bit before he comes back, and it's maybe not a big injury that we're worried about.
All right, Dr. Paul Fadale, University Orthopedics, thanks so much for the intel on every knee on the Patriot roster. Much more from the Patriot Wrap coming up right after this.